In the 1980s, I was working for Scottish Television, but I was very keen to sell on to ITN, Independent Television News in London, any Scottish story that would make it to their bulletin, and they paid you a few quid as well for the privilege. Now, one day I arrived in the office having heard that a mountain rescue was underway. 4 men were being plucked from the icy edifice that was Ben Nevis, Britain's biggest peak. And they were being rescued by the mountain rescue team. Well, by this time a helicopter had been sent up to aid them all, so we hired a helicopter and I flew to Ben Nevis and we filmed them rescuing these men. Very exciting story. ITN in London were very interested. So they said to me, look, we can take a minute and a half on that. This will be the lead story. Now, as a young reporter, I'm very excited at having the lead story on ITN. But mid-afternoon, I got a phone call from the news desk in London. They said, Bill, don't know if you've heard, Gandhi's been shot dead in India. And I said in a dispassionate way, yeah, I heard, brackets, that the leader of 1 billion Indians had been murdered, brackets. But I knew this would have consequences for my story. The fellow said, I need 45 seconds rather than a minute and a half on Ben Nevis. And I said, it can't be done. He said, fine, don't do it. Slammed the phone down. I thought, ooh, £50 for the story. Second lead story, dialed back on an old-fashioned press button phone. And news, he answered. I said, yeah, Bill here. He said, cut it in half and put the phone down. Now, I should have known that as a journalist. We build a pyramid of communication where the point of the story, the mountain rescue or Gandhi being shot dead, is right at the very top. And the other points support all that. If you've written your story well, or if you've written any communication well, you should be able to cut it in half, and the top half makes perfect sense. Too many stories we see in communications are upside down triangles. In other words, there's too much information, background, research, and the point is almost what an academic would do, left to last. It's got to be reversed to make a pyramid of communication. I cut it in half, I got my £50, it was a second lead story. I should have known rather than having to be told.